My ancestors first colonized Nanaimo territories in the mid-19th century to work in the coal mines around what is now Nanaimo. They originated from County Cork in Ireland and somewhere in northern Scotland. For 6 generations, my ancestors have been unwelcome settlers to Coast Salish territories, lands that I grew up on while always trying to learn what it means for my home to not be my homelands. I was invited to work with Huayet and Heather in 2010. Since then, I've been amazed at the strength and passion of those who I've met over the years. Even though I grew up on the island, I'm always mesmerized by the power of Huayet Sahuthli. It was amidst the early morning fogs on Sarita Lake when I stopped to stretch my legs, the sunsets at Cookswee that I sat to collect my thoughts, and over chummis and laughs that I've been able to reflect, perhaps more than I have been since being a Malmuthy graduate student. For the past 4 years, my research has explored responsibility, what this means to people, what this means when relating to land, and what this means under treaty. I approach this topic with apprehension. How can you explore what responsibility means to other people? How can you learn how to be more responsible as a collective when many Malmuthy have been raised to feel entitled to lands that we have been unwelcome to? I have learned that you do not have to understand what responsibility means from another perspective. Thinking that you can know another perspective may even be irresponsible. But witnessing how responsibility can translate into people's actions can help us to learn what responsibility can look like in practice. Over the past 4 years, I have been patiently explained what Uathak, Isak, and Hishiksawak involve. My gratitude to my teachers is endless. I cannot say that I know what these Huayet principles mean. From my Malmuthy perspective, I can, however, say thank you for those who have cared for me and welcomed me with open arms, who have laughed with me and at me while challenging me to learn more and to learn more responsibly. I've heard stories about Huayet's journey through the Malmuthy Treaty. That 18-year-long process that was guided by pen and paper had actually began generations before Huayet decided to enter the formal treaty process in 1993. I have learned that Huayet's leaders who have passed on dreamed of a future for their grandchildren where they could be responsible to the land in a way that was driven by Huayet's worldviews, where responsibility involved Huayet's making decisions for and by themselves to envision a strong and self-governing future. Colonial structures forced upon Huayet and all Indigenous peoples in Canada deliberately tried to dismantle collective responsibility, to prevent, for Huayet, Uathak, Isak, and Hishiksawak from being practiced and from being taught. Having had the pleasure of working with and learning from Huayet teachers for the past 4 years, if I have learned anything, it is how colonial attempts to dismantle Huayet worldviews and practices have failed. I have learned that practicing responsibility comes in many different forms, and how it can be grounded in land and to family in a way that I will likely never fully understand. And with that, I thank you all for challenging me to think differently about responsibility and for the valuable lessons that I will carry with me for decades to come.